Hi, it's Maggie, the Irish Gypsy, here to bring you your April 2022 general readings. We are looking at the first 2 weeks of April from the 1st through the 15th, and this reading is for the Earth sign of Capricorn. Welcome, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Thanks so much for taking the time to be here and watch these videos. Like, share, subscribe, donations, feedback, comments. Those of you who reach out for personal readings, I always like to start with a note of gratitude because all of it is important. It's appreciated and welcome. Thank you. All right, Capricorn. This reading is for you for the first 2 weeks of April 2022. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Capricorn. It's also relevant if you're cross-watching for a Capricorn. It's a general reading, so of course it's going to resonate a little differently for everyone. If you know all of your signs, sun, moon, rising, and Venus, watch them because they can provide additional insight and perspective into what's going on in your life, from different aspects. And if you find that something does resonate with you enough that you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, perhaps take a deeper look at something for yourself or as a gift for someone else, feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. You can also get that contact info from clicking the description link, the little arrow attached to this video. I do offer a wide variety of readings in all areas of life, so if you're interested, send me an email. I'd be happy to hear from you. All right, Capricorn, let's move right into this and see what the first 2 weeks of April look like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Gilded Tarot. Capricorn, first 2 weeks, April. All right, Capricorn, we begin with the Two of Cups. So there's a relationship here. Soulmate, kindred spirits, love and romance, best friends, some combination of the two. With the Three of Wands, seeing some of your efforts paying off, overall feeling hopeful, positive, and optimistic about the future for this relationship. Next we have the Page of Wands, messages, messengers, sometimes children or young people. With the Four of Coins, sometimes called the Miser card, because it represents not giving out, hoarding, being economical, saving, holding on to what you have, or holding on to what you have left. It can imply stagnancy or stability, depending on the surrounding cards. Next to that, we have the Fool, stepping out of your comfort zone, doing something completely different, might feel risky. Starting off on a brand new journey of growth and knowledge and awareness, just starting off. It's the first major arcana card in the tarot. That's why he has the 0 on his card. And that's where the whole journey starts. So a whole new path of learning and exploring, which of course is quite different. With the Eight of Swords. Feeling stuck, feeling trapped, saying, I can't change the situation, I can't change that, I can't do what I want to do because of ideas, because of belief systems. Because Swords is governed by the element of air, which governs our intellectual landscape, how we think, how we look at things, ideologies, belief systems, perspectives, perceptions. So this is a card that says, I'm trapped in this because of this, because of that. I can't do this because of that. You can actually change your circumstances. Sometimes it's not easy, sometimes it's not quick, but there's always a way, unless you keep telling yourself, giving yourself the same messages that you can. I actually like this combination of the Fool clarified by the Eight of Swords, because it represents that someone is stepping out into the unknown to free themselves from something that's going on up in here. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the first half of April is the Five of Cups, which is a card of sorrow, regret, loss, and grief, which is symbolized by these 3 cups, which are shattered, tipped over, spilt out, whatever was in them, right? However, there's still 2 cups upright and full, so not everything is lost. It feels like something happened within the relationship, or something happened perhaps with you, Capricorn, that also affected this soulmate, kindred spirit relationship, whether it's romance-based or just best friends. So let's clarify. But I feel like there's kind of hope here moving through this. Let's clarify the Five of Cups for overall energy. Strength. Yeah. Strength is facing your fears, your doubts, your insecurities. And as we sometimes say, struggling with your shadow self. Now, struggling with your shadow self is just a fancy way of saying, looking at the part you've had to play in a situation, taking responsibility and ownership for the part you've had to play in creating an uncomfortable, unpleasant, painful, challenging situation, which is always difficult. It takes strength, courage, wisdom, and humility to do that, but that's also what you gain more of by moving through that. And strength, wisdom, courage, humility to take a look at the part that you've had to play in this, or taking a look at the situation honestly, allows you to have more control over those fears, doubts, insecurities, bad habits, all of that. But it starts with the honesty aspect, which can be what strength is about, is looking at the part you've had to play in some kind of situation, facing something head on, right? There's some sorrow, some regret, some loss. Not all is lost, but there's been obviously something happening, and this is about having the strength and courage to kind of face up to it and move through it. Let's clarify the Two of Cups. The Ten of Swords, sometimes called the betrayal card, stabbed in the back, exploited, thrown under the bus, feeling betrayed. But it also represents the end of something, surrendering to a painful ending. So whatever the thing is that happened, it's already happened, right? Tens represent cycle ending. So after this, we start a brand new journey. Yeah. So, and betrayal in relationships or friendships can come in many forms. It's not just about cheating. It can be, letting, a letdown because something else happened. It doesn't necessarily need to be infidelity or cheating. The energy of surrendering to a painful ending or betrayal, or just saying, that's it, we can't go on this way anymore. The reason for it can be a variety of different things, especially since this is a general reading. It might be cheating. It might be something else, an ongoing problem that somebody kind of slipped on again. But we also have, that Three of Wands, which is feeling positive and hopeful and optimistic about the future in the beginning stages, because it's a 3, right? Clarify Three of Wands. The Ace of Cups, a brand new beginning, an emotional beginning, a hopeful new renewal. The Three of Cups, compromise, negotiation, teamwork, collaboration. So what this is saying, Capricorn, is that whatever has happened within this relationship, or within you or the partner that's affected the relationship, there's hope here that you can get over it. But again, the overall energy is about facing up to something, facing up to the truth of the situation and move through it. There's hope here to have kind of a renewal or a reconciliation or kind of a start over. Let's clarify the Page of Wands. I feel like the Page of Wands is probably bringing a message here. A message that you don't have to lose anymore, that the Ten of Swords can be very painful, but it's also done, right? You can see the animals beginning to return to the scene. The sun is starting to rise in the background. A new day is dawning. So it's time to get up, brush yourself off, and move forward. Page of Wands. The Knight of Cups, an opportunity for change driven by love, support, encouragement. So there's help available. There's resources available. There's love, support, and encouragement available to help you retain what you have so that you don't lose everything. We already know there's been some damage or some things lost with the Five of Cups. The Four of Coins says you don't have to. You can hold on to what's left and rebuild again. Clarify the Four of Coins. It's quite a hopeful, positive. It feels like the very worst of it is behind you, maybe just right behind you, but still behind you, right? Clarify the Four of Coins. The Six of Wands, victory, triumph after a struggle, victory over something. Recognition for that. Yeah, there's help for you to succeed, to gain victory over whatever the issue, whatever the problem is. It might be habits, bad habits. With the Eight of Swords here, it might be, some mental health issues. But there's help and support available here. It does not have to be a total loss. You can move through this and gain control over it. But remember that overall energy with the Five of Cups and strength. It's about facing something head on and being completely and totally honest about it. Clarify the Fool. Brand new beginnings, stepping out of your comfort zone, doing something you haven't done before, or at least in a different way. The Hermit. Maybe going it alone for a while, or separating yourself from the relationship, from whatever, kind of walking your own path, or going off somewhere to get yourself together, because that's what the Hermit does. The hermits, monks, monastic people, what do? They kind of remove themselves temporarily from the noise, the minutia of normal day-to-day life in order to contemplate, to get quiet, to seek out wisdom, get some guidance, maybe go off for a while somewhere, kind of spend some time more to yourself or in therapy or something of that sort, which maybe you haven't done before. The implication here is you haven't done it before, or perhaps you didn't do it honestly, right? Clarify the Eight of Swords, feeling stuck, trapped. But I like this because it says you're doing it in a different way, and maybe with the Hermit that different way is trying not to do it in the midst of the chaos of your life and removing yourself for a time in order to deal with something. Clarify the Eight of Swords so you can get control and victory over this once and for all. Queen of Pentacles, there you are. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The World, moving on, graduation. I like this because clarifying the Fool is the very first major arcana card in the tarot. The World is the last. So in between that are all the tarot cards. It's the journey of the Fool, i.e. us, right? And it's about learning, changing, growing, evolving, succeeding, failing. But we learn, right? And if we get to the very end, which is graduation time, and then we move on to another level. We start a brand new journey full of different options and opportunities because we've learned everything we need to learn, so we're moving up, right? So it's taking a risk to do something different, face something head on, be completely honest with yourself so that you can gain victory and control and management over something in order to move forward in your life in a successful way. Advice, guidance, feedback for Capricorns. Quite a lovely reading. In spite of the fact it looked like whatever did happen was difficult. But often positive change in us comes from something awful, difficult, challenging, painful happening, and that kind of kicks us in the butt to go, oh gosh, I need to make some changes here, right? So it can be a positive thing. It can drive us towards positive change. Or not, free will, right? But here it looks like there's a huge opportunity for you to do just that. So, advice and guidance for Capricorn. Temperance. So, we're looking at a 2-week period of time, first half of April. Don't do anything rash, spontaneous, impulsive. This is temperance. Neither too much of one nor too much of the other. Not doing anything rash, spontaneous, impulsive. Maintaining balance and grounding. The Hierophant. Tradition. Institutional energy. Large bodies of groups of people that are all doing the same thing. So like organized religions, university, hospitals, government, institutional resources. It might be going away for a while or getting some professional help in one way or in one form or another. The Knight of Pentacles, my steady Eddie, I call this knight. Knights represent offers and opportunities for change. The Knight of Pentacles is governed by the element of earth, so it's a slower energy, it's steady, it's cautious, it's step by step, but he's the one knight guaranteed to accomplish the mission and quest, which for you is learning, growth, and recovery, right? Step by step. There's no shortcut, there's no substitute. This is step by step, and you'll get there. Six of Swords, healing. The worst is behind you. You're moving slowly but surely away from the worst, those muddy, choppy, turbulent waters, what they represent for you. Now it's transitional. You're moving into calmer, more peaceful waters. You're not quite to the other shore and on solid ground yet, but you're headed there. I think I'm just going to leave it there. It's perfect the way it is. All right, Capricorn, those are your messages for the first 2 weeks of April. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope it resonated with you. I hope it was helpful and useful for you. Again, if any of this resonates with you, you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, take a deeper look at something for yourself or as a gift for someone else, feel free to email me directly at maggie_mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be happy to hear from you. You can also get that contact info by clicking the description link below. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the April mid-month readings. Stay safe and well until then, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.